Should we celebrate Halloween? When Christians are asking a question like this, I got this from another Bible teacher. Here's a threefold little taxonomy that Christians can approach every issue. There are 3 R words: receive, reject, redeem. There are some things that Christians can, in the world, that Christians can receive. There's some things Christians should explicitly reject, like pornography. It's evil. So here's a question. Should Christians redeem modern American Halloween? We actually have a really good analog in 1 Corinthians chapter 8. You have all these Christians who just got converted to Christianity out of paganism. That's the same. And what they used to do is they would go to their pagan demonic temples and they would offer sacrifices there. And then they would take the meat from the offered sacrifices that were offered to demonic false gods home. They would cook it and they would eat it. All these people in the Corinthian church, they become Christians. Now they're like, hey man, when we go to the Roman Kroger down here, there's still this meat sacrifice to idol section, and it's a little cheaper. I'm contextualizing. It's a little cheaper. Are we allowed to get the bacon, from that section and eat it? Listen, this is really interesting. Exact same situation. If you go to 1 Corinthians 8, so that's the question. Okay, and it's very similar. People today are like, hey, Halloween seems demonic. Christians shouldn't have anything to do with anything that's demonic. And then other people are like, yeah, man, but like, it's just kids dressing up as a fireman, and I'm going out with my Christian buddies, and actually I'm trying to share Christ with some neighbors who are coming by. Can't I redeem that? Well, Paul's principles in 1 Corinthians 8 are, number 1, he says the meat is fine. But then he says, everyone needs to be convinced of it in their own conscience. So his second principle is you should never violate your conscience. I would apply that here. If there's anything inside of a Christian that's like, I don't think I should have something to do with this, don't. Because actually, New Testament categories, you will defile your conscience if you feel like it's wrong and you do it anyway. The third thing he says is don't bind other people's consciences by your own. And then the last thing he says is don't look down on other people. Here's what we do. We have explicit biblical commands to have nothing to do with sorcery, darkness, evil things. So in our family, we have nothing to do with movies or dressing up as things like warlocks and witches and vampire dark thing. We just don't do it, man, because we're like, nope, we don't take part in deeds of darkness in the Howard team. We don't do that. Here's what we will sometimes do. I think this is what we're doing this year. We'll sometimes grab a bunch of Christian friends and we had a little corner of our neighborhood. In our last neighborhood, it was all Christians. Nobody was putting up dead bodies. It was just a bunch of people's kids dressing up as a firefighter and going to these 7 houses and getting candy, and literally the parents, God bless y'all, have a great night. Like, it didn't feel real demonic to me and when we're doing that.